And if the internal peace process is disrupted, then really we cannot say that the ceasefire is holding. Ceasefire so far along the line of control is holding, which is a very positive sign. But at the same time, we are also witnessing infiltration of weapons and ammunition using drones, which does not augur well for peace, because all these weapons and ammunition and drugs that are being sent into our country through drones are obviously meant to disrupt the internal peace process. And if the internal peace process is disrupted, then really we cannot say that the ceasefire is holding, because ceasefire does not mean that you ceasefire along the borders, but you at the same time create trouble in the hinterland. We would like semblance of peace in the entire state of J&K. I am very confident the people of J&K themselves want peace. They have seen a lot of terrorism and insurgency over the years. The people are now looking at peace returning, especially after the abrogation of Article 370. It has now started dawning on the people that all this that has happened and what the action the government has taken is for the benefit of the people of J&K and for the state. And if this continues, the time will not be far when the people themselves will shun violence and will not allow insurgency to remain in the valley, because insurgency or terrorism cannot survive without the support of the local people. So I think time has now come for us to support the local people, take the process forward. Some of the youth who have been misled, I think we need to identify them and see how best we can converse with them and explain to them that terrorism is not the way forward. The way forward is peace and tranquility. Everybody can live happily in Kashmir. Everybody can live happily in Kashmir as a part of the Indian Union. They should be free to travel to any part of the country. Our people should be able to see the tranquility and the scenic beauty of Kashmir in a very peaceful environment. I think our people are very keen on visiting Kashmir because they have heard a lot of Kashmir. Large number of the younger generation have not been able to visit the Kashmir Valley. All this will happen if peace returns. There will be integration of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh completely with the Union of India. Training is an activity which all armies carry out during peacetime. Chinese are also carrying out training activities just like we carry out a training activities. In the case of the Chinese, their deployment on the border with India has undergone a change, especially after the incidents that happened in Galwan and other areas in, I would say, May and June of 2020. So thereafter they have realized that they need to be better trained, they need to be prepared. Their soldiers are mainly, they come from the civilian street, they are enlisted for short durations. They don't have much experience of fighting in these kind of areas, operating in this kind of terrain as obtains in Tibet and the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. It is very difficult country. It is mountainous region. You need specialized training for this, in which our soldiers are very adept, because we have a lot of mountain warfare training. We operate in the mountains. We continuously maintain our presence, and regularly our soldiers keep operating in these areas. Whereas for the Chinese, it is not so. So they have to carry out preparation, and I think it is part of that preparation that they are carrying out training activity. We have to keep our guard and keep a watch on all the activities of the Chinese. In doing so, we have to maintain alert and presence along the LAC.